did you get any pre-sent advice to your Instagram?
Just the festival junkie who travels around the country and her, as a roadie,
Oh
how
man, a
when
roadie.
she gets home, You know, there's dating advice though that,
The festival junkie. Did she get a lot of dating?
that girl, oh,
Mm.
she's got action.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. She's like a director of like photography or like
She is a
she's one of the
person
Jacksons.
who set up the stages and like she's a designer and you know,
Oh, okay. So it's just kind of like she's a loose woman, is what you're saying.
she's pretty cool. She's a free bird.
Hopefully not free falling, because that would be awkward. Because like I'm not strong, can't catch people.
Yeah.
I the whole thing about the 25 cents. I think with inflation though, the bed shaking, it's gonna go way up. Like you can't get your bed shaken like you used to.
It might be 50 cents.
I mean, hey, shorty, it's your birthday. It might be $100
Yeah.
by the next time we do it.
Uh,
Chelsea Handler, she's hard to handle. Drunk, vodka, not my scene. I got a couple here, and actually, Mr. Tooth was the one that found them, and I was like, "Why are you on my email? Weird. He's not supposed to be using a computer without supervision after what happened." So I had one come in, and it was from a guy named John, and it said, "Dear terrible advice experts," and he called us experts, so I think we need to live up to our name.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's
Especially
in.
because we are always correct because we don't want to be corrected, especially because we are always correct as we
I
are
mean,
experts.
I've recently heard the terminology "come correct." Like, oh, they come correct. I said, yeah, well, we come all kinds of ways, and correct is definitely one of them. Correct, erect, all the wrecks. I wrecked them. Yeah, not the
Yeah.
butt.
Mhm.
Uh,
Bend
he
over.
said, yeah, Mr. Bendover was one of the other messages that came in. John said, "Dear terrible advice experts,
Yes.
I recently decided I want to wear shorts all year round, but I only have two pair. What should I do with all of my pants? I don't have a lot of money to buy new ones." So I was like, okay, this is a real fashion doozy. What do we do? And I'm not a real fashionista. I mean, no sleeves, but I figured you might have an idea.
I mean, all he needs is a pair of scissors.
He should start scissoring to get shorts.
He should just cut off all of the legs of his pants and make.
I thought a lifestyle change was also in order. Maybe he could become a pirate because they don't often care if it's pants or shorts. It's just got to be ratty.
That's true. He could just take off on a boat, the new lifestyle as well.
I suggested a Somali pirate. He took offense. He thought I was referring to his penis size. And I'm like, you know what? Somali, largy, whatever you want to call it, you're just going to be a
Like,
pirate.
don't worry about it. I haven't even seen one in real life.
I was like, you know what? You only have one eye now. So just to worry about your pants, okay? That was the first one I'd heard. And I think that's a great idea. Like, half the pants, half the problems. Good night, pants, but problems aren't one of them. Bananas, rum.
Much easier if you change your lifestyle.
That's what I thought too. Like a pirate's life is the life for me. No pants, no problem.
That's
One eye open, one eye closed. You have to get more rest.
Yeah. Walk the plank, matey.
I mean, you don't have to commit. They're into polyamory. You don't have to be a matey, but it's a maybe for me.
What if he just gets a parrot too for his shoulder?
He could get two of them. A pair. Yeah, you're right. And a partridge and a pear tree. Because the parrot's going to get lonely, and the parrot needs no pants also. I just think the parrots don't have to wear pants at all. So I think that could really work out for him if he goes to the pirate life.
I feel like we are changing lives here. And it's so
Excuse me.
fulfilling. It's so fulfilling with my job.
I feel like my glass is half fulfilled. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
The other one was actually from my neighbor, Sandy.
Okay.
R.I.P. Olivia Newton-John, but it was not referring to Greece. Sandy is always going to the beach. And I'm like, we live 5 hours from the beach. I don't know why she's going there. But she's going every weekend. I was like, listen, play up, play on, like go to the beach if you want, but she is going to lose her job because she's so obsessed with going to the beach. What should she do? And she can't telework. I said, well, you should also have a career change. You should become a sand flea.
There you go.
I don't know what the pay is like or if there's any benefits, but it's got to be better than this.
What if she also, like, she could, if she needs money, she could sell suntan lotion on the beach?
Oh, homemade?
Sure.
I mean, I feel like there's a market for that boutique type stuff where it's like, oh, this is made from my own tears.
Yeah, be like, this is an indie product, handmade locally.
From India. That's all. Handmade locally from India. We know people, I think that given our experience on Clubhouse, I can tell you there's 3 kinds of people I know very well: Indian people, Jewish people, and comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Not mutually exclusive,
Absolutely.
but I think we have a good connection there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So with that import-export business going, I think I can get my neighbor into a sand flea sunscreen selling business pretty easily.
Yeah, and between the people in LA and the New Yorkers, we can easily find a scammer for all the LA and New York people we know.
I think we know enough people that are very shady that we could put Sandy in business, but I'm just going to ask for about 50% off the top. I mean, I think that's fair because I'm due the come up, and I want to take you with me, Tracey. So, do you accept this rose?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're doing it! We're starting a business. I can't believe it. It's like we're the Schwann's people or something, and we decided to do this. But I'm not going to drive a truck.
We won't have to. We're going to just advertise on TikTok like everybody else.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
I like that we got something out of this. It's great.
The brains, I've got the looks. Let's make lots of money.
When I'm a pirate, none of that will matter. So
it's a song.
I got you. What was the you had the bed shaking, and then what was there any other ones that you had?
Oh, questions that I got this week. Blanking out right now. Let's see. I
also had somebody that is not going to be, I can't say their name, but like this person told me that they had recently seen a Star Wars movie and they were thinking about changing their name to BB-8.
BB-8.
Which is a little droid. I think you might remember. He's the little cute one that looks like this.
Okay.
Like, so I was like, that's a really strange thing. I mean, like that's legally you're going to change your name to like BB and an 8. And they were like, no, like Bebe, like, oh, Bebe 8. So now it's a little bit different. Now you're going a little Spanish, a little French. I'm not sure. And there's a number involved. And then he said, no, 8, ATE. I'm like, this is getting complicated. Bebe 8, aka Mr. Tooth, wants to change his name, and I'm like, I don't see that going well for you legally because you're already a little tooth, but I don't know how to break it to him because it's like, how do you tell something difficult to a family member without hurting them?
Exactly.
So I don't know. I'm guessing I'm asking you, what kind of terrible advice can you give me about breaking hard news to family members?
Yeah. Just redirect them. Find a new
Read the rectum. The rectum. I'm sorry. That's what I was hearing.
We keep ending up with that word in this.
I mean, I bought a coffee enema just for this moment, so let's do it on camera right now.
We ended up here again. What does it mean?
At the bottom is where we started and ended. We started at the bottom and then we ended at the bottom.
Absolutely.
So there's that. But to like redirect them, okay. Like now I'm just gonna keep hearing read the rectum. Like I'm a fortune teller that reads butts. like sometimes psychics do like lip readings. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
Rectum reading is like, oh my God, I'm gonna get into rectum reading. I was market for that. I'm gonna tell my little friend to change his name. And we're going to get into a rectum reading sunscreen selling business with you.
Why don't we also, okay, so you want to redirect him in that way. I was going to say, why don't you just pack his bags and send him to Paris on a vacation too?
Forever. Do you want him to send you as well?
It's up to you.
I would like him to go to the jungle first. I think he's got to have a hard life before he has the hard knock life out there with like the Gucci manes. What are the Parisians? Louis Vuittons, maybe?
Yeah. Do they need a tooth?
Well,
Maybe a gold tooth.
yeah, and a tutu. A gold tooth and a tutu. Oh man. Desmond Tutu. No,
Wow.
not him. That's a little bit for our viewers out there. Desmond Tutu, that's a reference. We will Google that.
Mm-hmm.
International, baby. Baby 8. Excuse me. Man, my throat's killing me. All right, I got another one.
Sure.
One of our friends, guys. We actually have friends, if you can believe it or not. People want to hang out with us, and we don't have to pay them. That's crazy. On Clubhouse, sent me a message, and they were like, "Dear," oh, let me find it. As I suspected, it was in the mailbox. Dear terrible advice experts, parentheses, sexperts. I recently decided that I hadn't had sex for a year and a half. I actually did the math. Oh, what are you, a fucking teacher? What should I do? I live alone, excuse me, and recently broke one of my hands. It's a weird thing to say. I was in a relationship before this, but my husband jumped off a cliff. How do I get back out into the dating world? Wow, that was a lot of heavy hits right there in the beginning, but one hand in operation, dead husband jumping off of a cliff, and they want to have the sex. So what are you thinking?
I'm baffled.
I feel like they should just fold them up like a newspaper. What's going on with this person, man? What is that Tinder profile going to say? They want to get into online dating, it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Opposed to offline, I guess. So maybe they're only going to ever date in the metaverse? Oh, wow. I think I got it. It's a metadata. Metaverse. They want to date in the metaverse. That's what it is, metadataverse. The verse means that they're willing to go, switch hit it. Nintendo style. I like it.
Reading
Japanese. Yes, they read code. You're right. Code names. Mm-hmm. They're gonna get on Clubhouse. That's where they're gonna find their love.
There you go.
But the sex part and the broken hand is concerning. I'm going to have to follow up with them. I normally don't do that kind of thing because it usually costs extra. Mm-hmm. And a lot of my patients can't be expanded on that kind of thing. But I'm willing to do it today for this low price of at least $50 million. I'll do it.
$50 million. That's a reasonable consultation.
I agree. I mean, you have got some great deals on your classes right now, I'm sure, that will blow me right out of the water. I'm an independent contractor, guys. Like, I'm not a part of the union. I missed that boat a long time ago. Tracey was fucking smart. She got in early. She is the union. So a union of one. Married to herself. Boom. But what classes do you have offered right now?
Yeah, we decided to be very creative during the lockdown and all of our time that we all had. So we created the Masturbator Masterclass, and it's only $500. And yeah, so we cover everything you need to know. I don't know how deep I can go into that on the app. We've also got the advanced trolling class. We have become experts at dealing with forex traders, catfish, fake psychics, fake friends, all kinds of things on Instagram and Clubhouse. So.
I definitely would like to sit in on the fake friends class.
Twitter too. So if you feel like you're being scammed or anything like that, we teach you how to troll them back harder than they're trolling you. So you know exactly what to do.
Wow. Sounds like a lot of good personal firsthand experience there.
Yeah.
Have you ever
them take you to WhatsApp, everybody?
Have you ever dated a troll?
I have engaged with trolls.
Mm-hmm.
talk to them. But no, I haven't dated one.
I think that they need love too, and I think that might be like the real impetus of all the problems is that they're really just starved for love.
Absolutely. We do have a conversion. We're experts at converting trolls when they show up at Terrible Advice. We become friends with them.
Troll conversion for troll virgins.
Yeah. We decide to, exactly. We just like say hi, get to know them. They come in giving us a hard time, and then they end up crying, breaking down, and becoming our friends by the end.
Sounds like virgin control. So I
Mhm.
like that a lot.
It should really be a reality show on Netflix. So.
Virgin control is funny. I think I know a troll actually, but I think they're in the closet. Like they don't know they're a troll right now.
Mhm.
And I think coming out as a troll is such like a weird thing. I'm trying to give advice about that too. I'm like, you just gotta come out of the hobbit hole when you're ready.
I know I
And
do, Leslie. I know I do. I know
oh my
you're
god, you feel so seen right now, don't you?
trying to tell me that. And I think I finally was able to hear it just now.
I'm not a troll, not yet a troll. Yeah, I'm with you, Brittany. I hear you. All you need is time, because you're so lucky you're a troll.
So many times I think that I am in the center of the ring, just like a circus, but I'm actually on the
Yeah.
outskirts and I'm a troll. So I feel a lot of self-awareness happening right now.
Sometimes you run, as our friend Silly Kid would say.
Yeah.
Sometimes you troll. Sometimes you troll that hole. And then you become a pirate and it comes full circle and you get a caffeine enema, which we also offer as a complimentary toss in, and we toss it in you, coffee style, in the butt, for the low, low price of free when you sign up for our first class. Coffee enemas and classes, not glasses, because you know what? We can't see that. I don't want to remember what it looks like.
I have no idea what just happened, everybody. I'm just kidding.
I just I just try to throw in a deal where I can, and I think that's a great deal. Free coffee enema with your first class sign up. Another terrible thing that we can offer. Quality of life is decreasing quickly here, and that means we're doing our jobs.
Yeah.
I have a quality of life meter that we're working on. My little helper is working on it actually. It's not very complex. It involves bean counting and throwing them into a jar. And when the jar becomes full, that means that we're going our frijoles are rising. Like we're really getting to the root of the protein issue there. It's like protein moms. Like yikes.
We just turn them into Mexican jumping beans.
I like that. I like that. Um, but yeah, so this like quality of life meter is going to tell us how our impact of our terrible advice is going. Like if it's going down, like we're doing our job because it's supposed to make your life terrible. This is not a professional show. We are not doctors. We're not psychologists. We're just kind of like two trolls looking to put some caffeine in your hole. Actually, we're not trolls. We're troll tamers, and she's a circus leader. So there's that. And I'd be lying otherwise if we do it here. We do a clubhouse, and we might come to your house for the right price. Just kidding. No, we're not. We don't travel. We live in apartments.
Say that we will, but we because we're not an open book. So
we also like to get your suspense and anticipation and anxiety way up, then not show up and just tear you down like a tent after New Year's. I don't know what that means because I've never put up a tent on New Year's, but I imagine the next day, if you were sleeping in a tent, it would be wrecked.
It's probably going to stay there for a few days after New Year's before anyone gets around to it.
I think you're right. Toilet paper all over the place. Somebody thought it was an outhouse. It wasn't. It was your bed. That's an Amber Heard joke. I don't know.
I don't
know.
Oh, man. She's already irrelevant to me.
Never heard of her. Or as Colin would say, the herd mentality.
I like that.
Very clever.
Mm-hmm. Very.
What else do we have? So when is your next clubhouse terrible advice room?
Tonight.
Oh my God, Saturday already? The night before Christmas. Okay, no, it's what is today? August 13th?
Yeah.
August 13th, 2022.
10:30 Pacific time, Los Angeles.
What time is it right now?
9 p.m.
All right, because it's okay. You're right. It's 12 here. Also, for the record, I'm never usually asleep at that time, so this is very out of character. I just have had a really sore throat all day.
Oh.
And I laid down and I was like, oh man. So I'm thinking my terrible advice is like definitely stay up all night, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, drink some coffee.
Well, I just had a little whatever drink that was, but yeah, it's killing me. I'm thinking maybe I should have my vocal cords removed and then I can just type. Well, that won't do me much good here though. Clubhouse, I can just type all my responses and then they'll come up like hours later after the room is ended. But here, my terrible advice has to be heard. So perhaps I could get an interpreter.
Yeah, we need to have a dictation of
Oh, it'll be dictation for sure. Dictation. Yeah, that's one of my other businesses. It's like an ice cream business for sperm flavored ice cream. It's called Dictations. Don't go stealing my ideas, everyone. I got a lot of them. Things dismembered is another one of my businesses. Not things remembered, things dismembered. When you want it, but it's got to be in a lot of pieces.
That's getting dark, Leslie.
These are our sponsors. TCBY Fridays. I don't know. That's a new thing.
I have to say is, if you ever need a manscaper, we don't know what to tell you on that. But if you need a manscaper, there's almost always one in the room.
Mansplainers. You got some mansplaining to do, Lucy. Like very I Love Lucy, Ricky style.
We have 1 million mansplainers on Clubhouse, so just come on over.
Yeah, we're hoping that some of them come here and stay here in Fireside because they can't figure out how to get out. But they won't ask for help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, they're stubborn sons of bees. Sons of BB-8s. Eh? Mm-hmm. I got to tell you, your Loom Cube is looking lovely.
I love this thing.
Look great.
Thank you. Thank you so
well,
much.
I love that we did this. I'm so sorry I was late again. But I also did get some good advice into me that maybe I should, well, you know what? I never set the alarm. I followed someone else's terrible advice.
You know what? I mean,
I've been sabotaged. It was a troll.
There's 2,000 people here right now. Don't look down right now, but it's going to be okay.
Wow. I really can't believe so many people showed up for this. And that just warms my taint, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Shout out to our friends at Terrible Advice on the other side of the world, aka Clubhouse, other side of the internet, really. I'm thinking we're just gonna shout out to Linda, Scorpio, Melissa.
That's right.
Anne,
Levi, Anne,
Raina,
Cackles, Rena,
all of them, all the single ladies.
That's right.
I gotta tell you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this without you. And Tracey, this is your baby come to birth and come to life. It's going to stay a baby forever, but that's because it's a little tooth. So there's that. But I got to tell you, it's good stuff.
Thanks.
Seattle, all the way, baby.
Seattle to Washington.
From our house to your house, to the toll house, to the troll house, to the clubhouse. And Fireside. Let me tell you, Franklin Delano Roosevelt might not be here right now, but if he was, he would tell you he didn't get in that wheelchair by not being a pirate ass bitch. He was crazy as fuck. Mm-hmm. He didn't wear pants. He often liked to wear, an eye patch in bed with his lovers. And he took terrible advice, and so should you, because that guy was the president. So if that's not a case study made in the making, I don't know what is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I find myself taking my own terrible advice in real life.
Oh, really? That's not surprising. Of course, as a student of terrible advice, you often sometimes will get wrapped up in your own.
Yeah, it starts to seep into your real life sometimes. And you're like, oh my God, I just did something I said I would do. I told
you would have told one of your clients that, right?
Yes.
What do you want to share? Or is it you're it's a secret?
Just I'll be feeling kind of FU vibes towards the worker. And then I just kind of if they're being difficult. And then I'm like, oh my God, I just did what I said not to do.
You have sex with them.
No.
Like, that's terrible advice I would give. Like, yeah, fuck them. Like, literally. And you're like, I did.
That
No, guys, we're kidding. She's the boss. What are you talking about? She does the fucking, okay? Like, she does the firing. No. Yeah, coworkers that can be a tricky situation. I've had to navigate a lot of crazy coworkers and then give myself terrible advice about how to deal with them. And it's generally
happened one time in Florida, like many months ago.
you had a bad coworker.
No, that we actually had sex.
Ooh, well, it's so long ago now. You could talk about it.
It was a long time ago, and like it was just awkward and then he ended up quitting, and I was like, "Phew."
Because of the sex was so bad, or what?
No.
No, he was he just left.
Got a new job because his job started to go downhill. So,
I mean, I've heard that you leave an impression on people, mostly on their headboard, but yeah.
I thought it was
Wait, I thought it was 25 cents to ride. Inflation? How many years ago was that? Her rates went up. She's a therapist of sex advice and terrible advice, guys. Pay the woman what she's worth, okay? We just want a living wage. Wage war on the economy. And the trolls, because they took our jobs, They took our jobs.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What do we got going on? I thought I saw something happen with the weight bot. Is he doing anything down there? Oh, he gave me the peace sign. What the heck does that mean?
He's got his goggles on.
He's kind of a tool.
Yeah, he is a tool.
Terrible advice. Are you feeling like now that you're warmed up for your show tonight?
Yeah, this has got a different vibe. I'll have to get my rhythm here.
It's the rhythm of the night for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
In my living room.
Oh yeah, me too. I had a whole other idea of what I was gonna do, but then, yeah. I'm trying to always defend myself against bad ideas, but then I guess apparently sleeping through the show is part of that. I have this new background I was gonna use, but there's that. Also, so these. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so these replays, they will live on Fireside, and this is hey, our first one's kind of rough, but you know what, guys? I feel like the idea is going back and watching them very similar to Clubhouse. It's the replays, it's this, that. So, in the spirit of that, I'm gonna leave a little Easter egg here for you. If you watch this and you're watching it right now, you're our lucky winner. And that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Is it a golden goose egg?
Is that, yeah, I hit you on the head with a flashlight and then I paint it gold and you wake up with a golden goose egg on your head. I mean, don't be alarmed when you see me in your house or you get hit, but I'm not going to hurt anyone.
You're so right.
I'm just going to commit a crime.
That's all.
Just a little light crime between friends on the internet.
It's an itty bitty crime.
It's a mini metaverse misdemeanor.
Just gonna be a little sneaky raccoon.
Misdemeanor, Mr. Nicer, it doesn't matter. Mr. Toother, we're here for it. A sneaky raccoon, yes, that would describe my makeup. I have been asleep, so thank you for bringing that up. A sneaky raccoon is what I would say is my general look right now. I'm a Ricky raccoon, maybe. I'm fighting trash and bad ideas, but terrible advice I let happen all the time. I'm an enabler of all things that are terrible. That's why I let these chaotic people exist. I didn't hear you at all.
Yes.
Yes. No.
That's what we do.
No. Yes. Help. Yeah, I'm actually, I know we have friends that are doing their court mandated advice giving, which is, our revenge expert friend. And personally, I am not court mandated to do this, but I will say I'm Vicky Valancourt mandated, which means I've seen The Waterboy so many times. I felt that I needed to give back because that gave me a lot of terrible advice. So I reached into the depths of what was left of a soul, and that's what got me here and got me to you. It's like two ships meeting in the M. Night Shyamalan.
Dang.
Hey, it takes a village.
What is a water boy?
The movie, Like what is the water boy? Like oh man, it makes me like Vicky Valancourt. It's a whole. I was just thinking, what can I say with court? I said tennis. Okay, no, it's not gonna work. So like Vicky Valancourt. It was like takes a village. M. Night Shyamalan, The Village. Yeah, that's how it works in here.
I missed all those cues.
It's okay. I think I did too. Until I said it out loud back, and I was like, I don't. It's like just flows. Mm-hmm. It's like a rap battle with myself every day.
It's like it went over my head and under my feet.
And then it gave you a coffee enema, and you're like, oh, now I know what you said. It was a splash of ideas. Not a flight, though. That would be mania. Animaniacs.
Flight of coffee.
Excuse me.
Flight of coffee at Starbucks Reserve.
Oh, I like that. Concorde. Mm-hmm. The Jets. Concorde Jet.
The world.
We do international advice, too, yeah. Internashville as well. We keep it good in Tennessee. What up, Tennessee? Dolly.
Yeah.
Pardon my French.
New Delhi and Mumbai also.
New Delhi and New Dolly. Salvador. L? Wow. That was wild. We really did go full circle there.
We really did. We went around the world.
Nah.
Sha-na-na.
I like that. Oh, yeah. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yeah, like mystery machines. That's like when you get a fax machine for Christmas, but you don't know why somebody gave it to you. Nobody uses faxes anymore. It's a mystery gift machine. I'm
getting worn out. I need a Scooby snack, and it's a fun app.
Oh man. Listen, just don't take too many Scooby snacks because that's what can get you into trouble. You can get into some trouble with your doctor over that, you know. He's like, he's looking at you do some blood work on somebody that's had too many Scooby snacks. It's not good. Ruh-roh.
Oh my goodness. All right. Thanks for the warning.
I heard it from a friend.
You're always looking out for me.
They're dead now, so like I just thought you would want to know.
Oh my gosh.
They jumped off a cliff, but I think we were referencing them in the beginning of the show.
Okay. They're dead to us, or they really are dead?
All.
Okay.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know. I was talking to ghosts. Because I'm basically I'm Velma. I want to do some experiments.
We're about to turn this room into a seance, everybody.
Say it and so. Sans et dansant? Sans
Somebody's here.
Who?
Chris. Chris
my God. Here. Hey, Chris. Thanks for being here. Chris is great. Chris, we got terrible advice for you. And real terrible.
Oh.
You don't know Chris, or you do? Yeah.
No. We're just
Chris is the best Edith Bunker I've ever heard. For a man, you know. He looking like a man. Oh no, Mrs. Swan. He goes, oh no, Scooby-Doo on the plane. Oh, you're looking like a man. Oh no. Oh. That's the first impression I ever learned, actually, back in like the 90s.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's kind of canceled now, but you know, whatever. I'm canceled. I self-cancel. That's my terrible advice. Self-cancel every day, at least once, to make you feel good. Real good. Gotta stay ahead of the cancel curve because I don't fuck with that culture.
Yeah, if you lower your expectations and you're like ready.
That is a Mad TV. I love you did that. Lowered expectations.
Yeah. And then after you lower them one more time.
You go below the floorboards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about that life. I think that Chris is here because he's lowered his to the lowest level. He's like, I'm going to go see what this is. He agrees. He agrees. He's like, these ladies of terrible advice. Uh-oh, the wait bot's getting crazy. Wait, bot? Wait, what? Oh, man. Love a good wait.
For us, we'll give you terrible advice. So you can come on up should we invite Chris?
Absolutely.
Let's see what's going on.
He's a champ.
Invite to stage Chris.
Wait, which is I know left and right, but what stage Chris? Is that like upcoming from the top? You're like Jesus Chris? Oof. That was a Bible joke. Sorry guys. Sorry, Chris. I know that's
cute one.
huh.
So
They just happen. They just happen, and it's like if I don't say them, it's like my head will explode. There's that.
100%.
The sunset lamp is like foreshadowing of what will happen.
I love it.
Yeah, my lighting is all
Like going like this.
what?
Like 80s or 90s like music video with the light behind.
And I thought you were like keyboard cats, like you know, when he was like me 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 me. Oh, wow, Chris has got a sad face. What does that mean?
You need a keyboard in front of you. What about Chris?
He's got a little sad face. Does that mean he can't come up? Are you lost? Do you need Clifford the big red dog?
He's invited if he wants to come. Oh, he's listening while working. He let us know.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, we get
Somebody's
it.
got to keep the lights on around here.
That's right.
And since we're terrible, we usually make men do that. We don't believe in equal rights when it comes to people putting the lights on. I mean, dude, that's your job. Man up and put a light bulb in. Oh yeah, You got the clap. I got it.
Seriously.
Chris, thanks for being here. We appreciate it very much, honestly. Because all of the other guests had to take the bathroom break at the exact same moment. 1,900 people left at the same time. Which, I mean, there was a stampede on the way to the ladies' room. Because they're mostly women. But we told them the overflow can go to the men's. And you can just pee backwards into a urinal. Because that's what I would do. It's a urinal situation, but not a renal one. It's a urinal. Man, kidneys. They'll be bad if you don't go. So just please use the bathroom. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a real stampede. It would be a flood otherwise.
We had the room, we filled the room and we had to close the room. It became full capacity. It was crazy. Bonkers.
I mean, you know what Walmart looks like on Black Friday? Like when people get trampeded, that's not a word. Stampeded or trampled. Trampeded is the combo. So when people get trampeded on Black Friday, that's what it looked like on the way to the bathroom tonight. Everyone in here was just like, they were like, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And apparently they had to go to the lottery place too. They went across to 7-Eleven and they also used their bathrooms. They didn't buy anything. It's a problem. That's where we get into problems.
We told them that, we had TVs, buy one, get one free, like Black Friday, just to get them here. Yep. But we couldn't live up to their expectations. So
buy one, get one free, you said?
Yeah.
I didn't get one.
Black Friday.
I paid to be here. And then I was told I'd be paid back to be here, like +1. And then I was like, oh, I get to come back another time. And they were like, that's not what I mean. And I was like, I want to speak to Tracey. And they were like, who's Tracey? So you got some explaining to do, Lucy.
Oh my God. I'm getting a bad reputation.
Oh, you're Taylor Swift now. Could be worse people, I guess. I have to say that legally because, I can't say anything negative about her. It's part of my contract.
Better to be Taylor than Brittany.
Better to be Taylor made than Taylor Dane. Taylor to my heart. Yeah, that's a little bit of an 80s reference. And if you're under the age of 35, you're probably not going to get it. So for all those youngins out there and all those old uns.
Keep laughing.
He knows Taylor Dane. I'm sure Chris he's in the demo. Chris has got a couple shows here and on Clubhouse too. He's a good guy.
Oh, I did not know that. We'll have to,
complete sidebar. Last night when Eddie came on that thing, I don't know if you know who he is, but he was the opener for Letterman for many years, The Tonight Show.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, he's a great guy. Really great guy. I was glad he came on, and it was really sweet of him to pop in because he's a busy guy, very important person, as Philip might say, a very important person. Yeah. Oh, hey, did you run up to talk to Josh at all?
What about Josh?
Did you talk to him at all, or is he popping on?
He won't be here tonight, but he did the talent show on Clubhouse, and I missed it, but I heard it was hilarious.
Oh, he's great.
There's a talent show over there right now with tons of people.
Well, that's where the rest of our guests are. Obviously, they're waiting for us.
It has cash prizes. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm used to Katash prizes, so there's, a little bit of a different vibe there, but catastrophe prizes. The prizes for me is really just being here to give terrible advice, because I used to give terrible haircuts. I used to give terrible haircuts, just like for free, pro bono, because they were bowl cuts. But I think terrible advice is really in my wheelhouse, whereas the haircuts was more just like I was splitting hairs, killing time. Yes. Softly. Usually, I didn't speak during them.
I just get offered like Shiba Inu coin, like you won $500 for Shiba Inu coin. It's crypto, but unfortunately, it's worthless now.
Shiba Inu coins. I mean, I like Wiener Schnitzel coin. What are they like? Dachshunds, because you're dachshunds for docking. Dachshunds for docking. Dachshunds for dachshunds, what I mean to say. It's so hard to get that out. Dachshunds for dachshund. Dudoxin is a new antibiotic we're also being sponsored by, so I have to say Dudoxin. Dachshunds for dachshunds?
Are you doxing me right now? Is that what you're trying to say?
Dudoxin, Eudoxin, I like oxen. Oxen, not dachshund, put you in a boxin. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I'm also doing
I will not eat green eggs and ham. I will not eat it, Sam. I am.
That's a pretentious person if I ever did hear one. I don't ask where my green eggs and ham come from. I just eat it. It's Soylent Green, though. It's people. It's Soylent Green eggs and ham.
It comes from a local farm in Oregon, outside of the city.
Oh, good. How Portlandia of you.
Humane CrossFit chicken.
CrossFit chicken.
CrossFit hit
That's
chicken.
The best kind, I think. If anyone's out there looking for we're going to give some unsolicited terrible advice, which we don't normally do, but because we're feeling so god dang generous. And we're degenerates, so this is it. CrossFit chicken is where it's at, guys. That's the future of chicken. Put all your other chicken products away. CrossFit chicken, it goes to the gym and it never stops talking about it, okay? Box jumps, lunges, plungers, all the things. Joe the Plunger is like the new name of our chicken business. Joe the Plunger's chicken business. I think we started 7 revenue streams here tonight, Tracey. They say you need 7 to become a millionaire and all that. I think we're there.
I think so too.
I mean, do I hang up my sleeveless shirt and call it a day? Like, and put my cape away forever? I don't think so. I'm here to just keep giving it all night long. And we're going to do that. You're going to do that on Clubhouse tonight.
We're going to dish it out in about an hour on Clubhouse.
Because it's dirty and we need soap. So I'm here for it. Right. So dial yourselves in.
Yeah. It's going to be a big room over there. So
it's the dawn of a new era.
It'll be crazy.
Irish Spring.
Mm-hmm. It's the dawn of Aquarius, actually.
Hair. I used to cut it, but I didn't cut it. So now I give terrible advice.
Yes.
Right hair right now. It's where I want to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's getting pretty hairy in here right now. So
I was going to say it's getting hot in hair. So hot in hair. What?
Okay, we'll see you guys over and out. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
I promise that on that show, I'll be on time.
I will too.
And thank you for having me. Even, if it was a one-off, it was a lot of fun. And you're great, man. Keep giving that terrible advice.
I'll see you on the flip side.
That sounds great. All right, Chris, thank you for being here. Thanks everybody else who watches this. And be sure to look in the mail for your golden ticket to come back and see us on Terrible Advice.
Chris, come see us. Chris, come see us on Instagram. Terribleadvice.com.